We're just gonna let him run away? Okay. There we go.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
Okay.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously.
Oh, okay. You know you know what I said earlier about tools not acting on their own? Well, the exception to that is when they're robots and they're autonomous. That's when they do indeed act on their own.
We can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the primal at Belsar's wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess, we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Alright. Is assistance from Discord something help? Something you've thought of? What? Is assistance from Discord or helping? I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not sure what that second word is, that's why. Hiring, okay. Is assistance from Discord or hiring help something you've thought of? For what? Here's a mouth. For what? And should the machine happen? Okay.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
For editing? No. I'll explain after this. I edit my own stuff.
What do I think?
I mean, you have an idea? Did I choose unwisely?
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
Hope I didn't just make a boo-boo.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Oh boy.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty. Show us what you can do.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
That don't look no friendly. This is kind of more epic than I was expecting. I was not prepared for a movie, a kaiju movie battle. What the fuck am I watching? Of course, there's a beam struggle. Shin Godzilla, Illida vs. Light. That was more epic than it had any right to be. Alright.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Okay.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalymo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Huh? I'm infinitely more confused. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. Things about. One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait! We must first... The other Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Afino. Gusetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. Oh yeah, guys, I get the last of his ether is gone, but I'm not sure what that tattoo significance is. Like, a lot of the other Scions have tattoos, and I was told before it represents more or less like your PhD. So I'm not sure, like, does your tattoo go away if your master dies? Well, if it's supposed to signify like an educational thing, that seems kind of broken. And seems kind of silly. Like, hey, this signifies your education level, but when I die it goes away, so you have to start over. My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain, but I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Gir Abania. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen. I hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but my eye, it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have alas, no eyes on the Gir Abanya side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Tarapin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I, myself, will join the Marshal and his men when the Council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega stasis systems, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it would be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the resistance representatives of Gir Abanya. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem they're only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation, and by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Golemald's grasp. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Ishtola and the others have gathered at I still can't say it, Amerisai's spire, and I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now the cocoon is gone. It is decided then. Lead on.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilberd's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
It's amazing what's left over from... I'm very curious about the Alagan Empire. But damn. They were
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
That empire must have been
She's up on
terrifying
the
at its
platform,
peak.
lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
Can I disagree? She looks nice.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask.
Sisters?
20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know.
Did the switch happen while I've been there, or did the switch
Ida
happen
died
well
6
before
years
I
ago
arrived? Okay,
on
no,
a mission
no.
to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
That's the only dialogue we have for an option.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When
I'm gonna have to get
Papalimo
used to
brought
that
me
anyway.
Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role.
As far as I'm concerned, this is the only Ada we've
Papalimo
ever
agreed
known.
to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker. We leave for the east, for Doma.
I'm assuming that's where Stormblood takes place. Or at least part of it. The new zones, if you will. Yay, more ether currents down. Oh, yep. Turn this off. It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalymo's loss, the one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she was resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taru and my sister. Indeed we do. Is that credits? Yes, it is. Okay. I'll do this. That's what it looks like. First little bit of fan art. That's nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. That's cool. Alright, let's turn this in. And once we turn this in, we'll then do the Stormblood trailer. He may have mentioned, but Alphino has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. The Stormblood! Lise has chosen her path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Gir Abanya, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy, after all. Ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably say save is not wisdom, but indolence. Correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as I rather suspect do you. True. Oh, there is a cinematic. Quick, march! The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. Aye, aye. It's almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. I wonder when Roban adopted him. Now that actually makes me think, how big is a Lalafell baby? Like, they gotta be like this fucking big. Very well, Ilberd. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. The bad guy theme. Is that the Emperor? My lord, Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Belsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzea Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown Icon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend... Your will be done. He didn't say anything. Okay.
This is our new best friend. We hate him.
Huh? Unknown. My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be interesting. Most interesting. I didn't know what voice to do for him, I just went with one. Smile. Okay. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. Woo. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. Alright, 5 minutes of fate. Well, that was nice. That was nice. Alright, let's log out and do the Stormblood trailer reaction, and then we'll, and then I'll just do, I guess, a brief Q&A chat back and forth with you guys for a few minutes, and then we'll call it. Whoops. I think I turned off the bass. There you go. Alright. Alright, so we just finished Heaven's Ward. So let's check out Stormblood. Wow, not even a smooth transition, just a bang. Oh, Square Enix, okay. Ooh. Oh, Dancer. Was Dancer introduced in Stormblood? Or is this something else? Nice. There's a bug in my face. The animation! Woo! Now this is anime-esque, I'm telling you right now. Woo! Oh, you see the shockwaves, that's nice. Oh wow, the transition from desert to oasis is pretty strong there. Kinda makes me want to play a monk, but I've already leveled a samurai. I've already made my choice. this Doma? Like an Oriental Atlantis. Yeah, Samurai Rip. So, okay, so this is Doma. The other place might have been Alamigo. Might have been, I don't know. Yeah. I hope we get some good samurai glams. Woo! Yeah, now we're getting my samurai rep. My samurai is almost level 72, so this is kind of fitting. I think the owners aren't going to appreciate the property damage. Definitely not going to appreciate the property damage. Very nice. Someone charged up their AI jutsu. 3 sen right there. Yeah. Ah, they look beautifully rendered. Nice. Looks very nice. Very, very nice. Like it a lot, like it a lot. I'm hype, I'm hype, I'm hype. It looks great though. Oh, that looks great. Man, I really want to get into it. If I hadn't streamed over 7 fucking hours today, I'd jump into it right now. But damn, man, this is great. I am hyped though. And me and my samurai are gonna kick some motherfucking ass in this one. Remember to leave a like and subscribe.